Hey guys, this time on Deep Junk. It is that time again, build time with the three blind mice. For the month of February, we have the English Anglia, the two-door panel van. I don't know the background of this as far as Hot Wheels and when it was made. I know I bought this car brand new, so I don't even know when that would have been. It was in my stuff, all the stash, and I would have to say maybe right around 99, 2000, right around there, maybe. At any rate, this is the build for this month. This one in dark purple with the logo on the side there, Jonathan's Toy and Collectible Express. Got some stripes run up the side of it, in a dark purple color. The flip-up nose, plastic bottom, plastic base to it. It's I already took this one apart because it's kind of a pain in the ass. I didn't want to wrestle with it and start cussing and launch this thing across the room on video. That wouldn't look too good. So underneath the plastic here we've got well, it looks like the weirdest header collectors I've ever seen. You go into the headers and then bend straight down. The collector aims straight down at the asphalt, and it looks like a big old dish there. We've got a little bit of oil pan and bell housing detail. Wishbone back there. It's a differential, and I don't really see much for frame detail on it. It's got what looks like ladder bars run all the way up the length of the car there to the front. The wheelie bars in the back, I just bored that little hole out with a knife. It comes up real easy, so I'm just going to go ahead and open that up between the wheelie bars and probably put a pin in there for detail. Try to get as much detail on her as we can. The body doesn't look too bad in that paint. I don't see anything real odd sticking out, but the stripper will tell us more about that later. The interior piece is one of the big chrome. It's got the motor. Looks like I couldn't even tell you small block or big block for Christ's sake, but it looks like it's got injector stacks laid down at the side to stay under the hood, the line of the hood there. Got two large upright seats in it, a shifter of some sort. These things pop up in at the back window there, so we've got a whole lot of nothing in the back. And this really fancy glass, kind of hot amber, orange, whatever the hell you want to call it. I just love that. So there it is. Get that tossed into the stripper, and we'll see it on the other side. Check it out. Stay tuned. Alrighty, guys. On our Anglia, we've got some work done on the chassis. Had a piece of wire run through back here just to show you on those not ladder bars, but wheelie bars. We cut all that section out back there, and I've run with the pin vise a hole through the one side and then a start of another, so I can run this wire through there, and it looks a little bit better than just having that big plastic piece. So that strut, or whatever they call that, between the wheelie bars is back there. And I've also done the front axle, brass tube front axle, and it runs along just into those backing plates that I usually cut off. I've notched it and put that in there. It gives it more of a finished look, like it is a drop axle. And brass tube is cut to length. I've notched two holes out for glue to go down in. So get to painting this chassis and picking out some details. The engine that we have from the Dodge, I've cut the firewall on this one, cut the other engine off, and then sanded back on this firewall to give it just a little bit more clearance in there. The engine has had both sides, front and back, trimmed up to fit, and the under the hood, if you can see, with the metal on the hood that rotates with the hood, I took some of that off. When it closed, it was wanting to close against the motor and it wasn't fitting right. Bodywork's coming along because the average bunch of you know, around the edges and that, got her cleaned up. Halfway's decent. We're still messing with that engine to get it to fit the way I like. And then we may look at these headlights that because they are hollowed up inside, drilling out the headlamp and putting one on the fenders that looks a little bit better than this blob that looks like an afterthought. Tires and wheels were picked out. We're using a real rider with those wheels, bigs in front, littles up front, or bigs in the back, littles up front. And that's about the gist of it for right now. Stay tuned. I don't know, guys, I might have done it now. The Anglia, I took the headlights off and the driver's side opened up a huge hole in that fender. I've got headlights to go on that don't look like the junk that was on this thing before. I may have to do some body work on that side. It opened up it's like a sinkhole opening up, just kept getting bigger, and I'm trying to get, you know, the fender shaped to get that blob of whatever the hell that was on there before, try to get it off. Passenger side, not too bad. Driver side, whoopsie daisy. So we've got that. I've got that going for me. Rest of the bodywork's not too bad. I did another oopsie daisy on this thing and broke my wheelie bars on the back, so I've got to get another set off another car. But I have started to detail this, and I've got the axle mounted up in the front, a straight axle on those two backing plates like there, and it'll set up nice. It'll give it a good little stance, gasser style. So that's not too bad, but I've got a few broken things and stuff to deal with now, so yeah, I guess it wouldn't be right unless you were fixing stuff. Alrighty, guys, get the Anglia chassis here mocked up with the wheels and tires and the engine we're going to use. This is all parts from that Dodge. The same truck to give us the wheels and tires is to give us the motor, and it is the 3-deuce carburetors on it. Got the red insets in the valve covers. Our drop axle in there. There's a little bit of attitude up front. There's that engine that was in the Anglia. Like I said, I don't know that induction and all that. I couldn't really even tell you what that was supposed to be. This is going to look more of a early 60s race car look. And then on the body, we got rid of the headlights, and that hole on the left side had opened up more. So we'll see how the headlights fit, what it's going to be, you know, what it's going to look like if I need to fill up any of that hole. And then on the back side, I'm in the middle now of getting rid of those slots there below the doors. If it was supposed to be some kind of tail light or something, I'm not sure. To get rid of these and put probably just one lamp on the driver's side, because it's a drag car. Usually that's all they're needed, is just to have one lamp to find it on the track at night. Coming along slow. Alright, we're still going at the Anglia. We're building some fuel lines here for our 3-deuce setup. You can see there they are. Some fuel line that's coming out of there, and I worked on the back side of this. Got rid of those, I don't even know if they were supposed to be tail lights or what they were, vents in the body. Drilled that in. We'll have a small light and then a chrome ring. It'll all be mounted flush for one tail light on the back. And yeah, just working on the details. Alrighty guys, coming down to the wire. I don't know why I waited so long on this one, because I had the car and I knew what the plan was for the 3 blind mice build and when. So we've got the chassis all done, the motor's been detailed up there, we got our fuel lines on it, body's done, it's painted and clear coated, little details on that. Got our headlights ready to drop on the fenders. The wheels and tires, the engine, and the headlights all come from the same 33 Dodge. And we've got our red interior, the red seats and the dash there. A little steering wheel detail on it. And we're ready to go together, so hang on. Hey guys, check it out. Our English Ford Anglia, the 3 blind mice build for February, is done. Our gasser style Anglia was called Cherry Bomb because no good self-respecting gasser would be caught without a cool name. So they put the logo on the side and buried it in a few coats of clear, and it only seemed right when I picked the red metallic paint out for it. This truck, the wheel, tire, the engine, and headlights are all from a 33 Dodge delivery that was a premium, I think it was a Disney car. It gave all its goodies up for this. So we got a straight axle up under the front. The engine that's in it comes from the Dodge, but it didn't have a distributor in it, front or rear, to tell us, if it was Chevy or Dodge or what it is. So I think for the sake of argument, we'll just call it a Chevy motor. The valve covers, insets painted in red. We've got our fuel lines, little stoplight red and Olds engine blue. They're made to simulate the AN fittings, and the little gold and aluminum on the carburetors. We've got our, there we go, little hood vents on the side, some grill work up front, the door handles on that, our Cherry Bomb logo. Around back we've got rid of those louvered things. If they were vents or supposed to be lights or whatever, smoothed that off. We've got a little lamp on the left hand side there. The wheelie bars, I did not like the ones that were on it. I used or cut off a set of wheelie bars from a Super Comp dragster. I didn't like those, and I made a set and I didn't like those either, so to hell with it. No wheelie bars for this one. Our parachutes all detailed up with the back the door latch up there, the door handle. Everything's pretty much the same around here on the driver's side. A little bit of attitude there set up in the front. There's our axle. It's brass tubing from Hobby Lobby. I did the average. I slotted that, then put the axles in from the side and glued them in place. Got our white walls turned in. A little bit of detail on the engine there, the oil pan. Bell housing, painted it up in red like a Lakewood blow-proof bell housing. The wishbone in the back, and everything else is pretty much just clean black painted. It's a far cry from the purple thing that we started with. I dig it. I want to thank George and Lee and Paul, the Three Blind Mice, for opening up their builds to us. It's a lot of fun. Although this one I used up about all of my time and run it right up to the limit on this. So thank you to the Three Blind Mice, or the Three Sight Challenged Rodents, depending on which neighborhood you are standing in. Coming up March 28th, yes, Saturday, March 28th, we've got the Deep Junk Garage Race Car Challenge, and look for a video coming out soon, and we will I'll try to list everyone who's taking part. I want to thank all the subscribers and everyone stopping and checking out the videos. I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you dig it, hit the like it, share it, all that good stuff. I appreciate it. And as usual, the cars built here, I sell them off on eBay. 17 Stacy's username, and everything just goes right back into the cars, paint, stuff like that, wheels. Alrighty, I appreciate everyone for stopping, and we will see you guys later on. Thanks so much.